Her voice can
Who it
tell?
is? My birthday twin, Kandi Burruss Tucker's here.
Hey! Team Taurus in the building.
What's going on? Good morning, good morning.
And also Mr. Brian Moreland, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good
How y'all
morning.
Feeling
Great.
good.
Yeah,
Feeling
we're
amazing.
So excited to have you guys here for sure. Big things, big things popping with the Wiz. I probably didn't say it right, but my Jamaicans know I love them.
Yeah, because that's how it is.
What's up, y'all? What's popping? Good morning.
Good morning.
No, we're excited because originally the Wiz started off in Baltimore like 1974.
Yes.
Now you guys are bringing it back and they're starting off again right here in Baltimore.
That was on purpose.
Okay.
You know, yes. We are taking the Wiz on tour before we get to Broadway, and this is the best place to get it started because this is where we started, like you said, back in 1974. So we want that same love, that same energy.
Yeah.
You know, so that we could really kick it off right.
And tickets go on sale today at 11 o'clock for the Baltimore dates.
That's absolutely right.
So
Yes.
super excited about that.
Oh, yeah.
And so I've been looking over the cast. I see Deborah Cox. She was
So
starring as
excited
Glenda.
for this. Yes.
Yes,
Let's
Deborah
go.
Cox.
No.
Okay,
The
you-
voice.
He's doing his
go.
homework.
Yes.
I've been looking over the cast.
Deborah Cox is
Deborah
gonna
Cox.
sing you down.
Yeah.
Okay, and Avery Wilson too
And the
from
Scarecrow.
Avery Wilson
From The Voice.
Sing.
is
Yeah.
going to sing you down.
I love that. So we got some real singers.
And you
on
got
the
some
cast.
native Baltimorean folks in the cast as well. Melody Betts was born right here in
Really?
Baltimore, and she plays Eveline and
Okay.
on
Ooh, that voice. Amazing.
Okay, now we got one big question.
Yeah, because I ain't see this
We didn't
casting
see
for Dorothy.
You gonna play
Candy, are
Dorothy?
you Dorothy?
No.
Tell us now.
No, I'm not Dorothy. I'm not Dorothy.
You're not going to tell them now?
Who, what?
Oh, you don't want to tell me you're Dorothy? Okay. No, go ahead.
Stop playing. No, I'm not Dorothy. I'm just the producer on the show. Just trying to make sure we get other faces out there and take them to the next level. We actually decided to give a new face the opportunity
Nice.
to shine.
Yeah.
You know, because, I mean, the thing about it is we do have some heavy hitters in the show, right? But, you know, we need to start establishing some new talent.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like just in the world, period, people just keep using the same people over and
It's
over.
about the same 30 black actors.
Yeah, and there's more than 30 black people, right?
Absolutely.
So
Especially
it's a
talented
chance.
ones, you know,
Yeah.
who can sing, act, and dance. So that's dope because we were thinking, you know, you've done Broadway before. So we were like, it wasn't just too much having to, you know, do all that. Is that why she's not in it this time?
Well, no, that's not it. I mean, I'm sorry. I done started choking for no reason. Excuse me. No, that's not it. You know, you're right. I have done Broadway. I did, I was Chicago on Broadway.
Morton.
I was Mama Morton. And it is a lot of work. You got to do 8 shows a week. Woo. Yeah, it's a lot of work. But, I mean, for the love of Broadway, yes, I would do it again. But for this show, I wanted to focus more on being behind the scenes. I'm still learning as a producer. This is my 3rd show that I'm a part of that I'm taking to Broadway. Todd second. My boy Brian Moreland, you know, he's like my mentor. I keep saying that. He was like, I'm not your mentor. But he is.
Say that.
He's helping me through this process. So I want to know the behind the scenes just as much as I know being on stage or being in front. So it's not really about me. It's about us making sure that this show is great for everybody, you know.
Because we're trying to get you that EGOT.
I'm trying to get it too. You know what I'm saying?
It's
We
coming.
were Tony nominated on our last show.
Okay.
Tony
nominated.
Tony nominated. Todd was just saying this morning. He's like,
Hey.
well, I know this is you and Brian's like 3rd show, but my 1st show got me a Tony nomination.
I came out the gate. You know, that's just what I do. You know,
Yeah.
I just
I
put that
can't.
extra sauce on it.
Okay.
You
You
Some
know,
extra razzle dazzle.
Just a
But
little
this is
bit.
our 2nd time being in Baltimore. The first show that Kenny and I did was Thoughts of a Colored Man, and we started that right here in Baltimore at Baltimore Center Stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Baltimore has been really, really good to us, and so we're thrilled to do it again with the Wiz.
And super
Yes.
excited.
And we actually added a show, a date for Baltimore. We actually going to do 9 days here.
Yeah.
9 days.
So the thing about it is we just felt like this is just, it's always good energy. People show love here. Whether it's even with my own group Escape, when we come through here, you know, it's always love and it's just a great place to perform. And so I just, you know, we felt like it's a good place.
listen, you got 9 days. Get your tickets now.
Yeah.
We will definitely be in the building for sure.
Yes.
Now, how is the play, that you all are doing different than the one that came out in 1974
Like
or any of the other movies? Are there differences?
Because Wiz is, the big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a huge deal. That's why we brought in some huge people. Well, for choreography, let's start off with. Y'all had Beyonce out here last night, right?
Yes.
Well,
y'all.
Oh, perfect. Our choreographer, Jaquel, he was the creator of the routine, for Beyonce Single Ladies.
That's
and
right.
Get her
Coachella, Homecoming Coachella.
Yeah.
That was his.
Woo. So we brought him in to choreograph this show.
Okay.
We have our obviously the set, the design.
Ooh. Y'all Black Panther fans?
Of course.
The first woman to win Wakanda Forever. Hannah Bleeker is designing the set for The Wiz. She's making her Broadway debut. So if y'all like that set that you saw on Wakanda, come see The Wiz. Heavy hitters.
Yeah.
So we brought in... We tried to set ourselves up for success, right? Mm-hmm. We make sure we got the right people on stage and the right people behind the scenes to try to make this the best show possible. We want to represent for us in the best way.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Kandi, I know on the Housewives show you had a play before. You said it didn't do as well. When did you compare that one to this one?
Okay, so the first Broadway show that I did, and that's you got to see Brian Moreland on Real Housewives with me. We were doing Thoughts of a Colored Man, which we were one of the first shows to come back to Broadway when Broadway opened up. I don't know if y'all know, during the pandemic, Broadway shut down for the first time ever. And so we was one of the first shows to bring it back. And there were a lot of rules because of the situation. And unfortunately, we had to shut down because of those rules.
COVID took us out.
Yeah, COVID took us out.
That's what happened.
People hate to say the word COVID, but COVID took us out just simply because, when you have too many people catch COVID at the same time in a cast, you have to do a mandatory shutdown for so many period of time, and that can bankrupt the show. People don't understand how much money it costs to keep a show going on Broadway, So that show was amazing. Like, people loved it, and we got so many great reviews, and it really hurt my heart. You seen on the show that, that we had to close. But, I wasn't going to let that stop my dreams of being a Broadway producer. So when the opportunity came back around for us to do the piano lesson with, we had an amazing cast on that. We had Samuel Jackson. We had Daniel Brooks. We
had David Washington and Trey Byers.
Yeah.
And Michael Potts.
And that time we killed the game. We were the highest grossing revival of the season.
Nice.
Yes.
I love that for y'all.
Yes. And when you say, I want everybody to know that they're all welcome to see this show, and this show is for everybody. But it is important for us to celebrate Black talent in front of and behind the scenes, because on Broadway a lot of people don't get that opportunity. So that's why I always say it's especially important to go out and support these shows, because Black shows do not get the same funding as other shows. And so if we don't come out and support our shows, they can't continue and be great. Right? Yeah. So that's not just for us, that's for everybody. So whenever you see a great show that's coming to Broadway featuring, African Americans, you always want to go out and support them because, it's important. Because we always say, oh, why that show didn't get to stay? Well, if we don't support it, it's not going to stay. Now, with that being said, our last show, the piano lesson, 70% of the people who came to see us in Broadway were first-time
ticket buyers.
Wow.
First-time ticket buyers. First-time people to Broadway.
Yeah, that was major support. Yeah. So we hope and pray that we get the same support with this one. We want you to come see the show when it's here, and you come and see your city. We have 13 cities that we start going to.
We got 13 cities. You can see it in this city. You can drive on over and see it in Washington, D.C. You can drive on over and see it in Cleveland. You can drive on down and see it in Atlanta. Come on back up and see it in Chicago. Take the journey with us. See it in Iowa. Hop on over to Tim Tempe, Arizona. Then you can come on over to San Francisco, drive on down the coast, and then drop into San Diego, and then come with us to Los Angeles.
Yes,
and then come on back to New York City and see them Broadway.
Okay.
Right, because we are going to change it up a little bit when it comes to Broadway, so you're still going to want to see it more than once. But it's one of those shows, because I always tell people, like, Broadway, it's going to be, you can see the show 3 different times in your own city, and it's going to feel different every time because it's live theater. These people are they're going to do a couple of different runs every night.
Right.
They're going to do a couple extra little steps. They're going to do a couple, the acting, everything is going to feel different because they have to make the audience feel it every time like it's the first time. And so that's the cool thing about live performance, theater compared to just watching something on TV.
It'll be here at the Hippodrome September 23rd through the 30th and the 24th now with the 9th show. So got lots of time to get your tickets at WizMusical.com.
Yes.
I'm excited about it.
Okay, set ours to the side. Okay, you feel me?
Before you go, Kand, I have a question for you. Do you have your favorite one-liner that you say?
My favorite? Oh my gosh, my favorite. What do you got to say?
She got a lot of. She never miss a beat or a bag.
Okay. He said I never miss a beat or a bag. Well, that's true. I mean, the funny thing is, I think I naturally say, "Who said that?" all the time. So it's like, my friends be like, "You really be saying that for real?" Like I'm like, but it just I'm not trying to say that. It just comes out.
Right.
But I another one that I think is funny, and it was like when I first go there, bring it on down.
Yes.
Because when I get heated, I'll be trying to be. Yeah, I'll be trying to be calm. And
that's
so
the redhead candy. That's the redhead
down.
That's the red candy. That's the red candy.
He said the redhead candy. I had almost dyed my hair red just for the last reunion. I did.
Just
the reason, I thought about it. I was like, because everybody be like, we need redhead candy. But I was like, I'm going to give them redhead candy. But then I thought about it. I gave you redhead candy without the red hair.
Okay, I love that. So, we sit at our edge.
Mine is, I'm embedded in your motherfucking brain.
Oh, yes. I'm embedded in your, yes. Well, we can't say the other word, but I'm embedded in your brain is definitely one for the books.
I got another one. We see each other.
Oh, yes. We see
each other.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Now, we are waiting for the reunion. All right. How did you feel about this season? Everything coming to a close now.
Ooh, Lord.
Compared to the others, I should say.
Every season is different. This is my 14th, right? Yeah. I felt like this season, people kept coming at me left and right with the mess, and I just kind of feel like it was taking me in a place where I don't really like to be,
Redhead candy?
Yeah, they was trying to take me to the redhead candy. But overall, even in the reunion, they was coming at me. And even though times it wasn't even supposed to be your time to talk about me, and we arguing. What? Now why are we arguing right now? They ain't even brought me up yet. So I just kind of felt like this was definitely a year that I wasn't too pleased with how it was. But you ain't never pleased when the heat is on you.
That's true.
So it's like, what can you say? What can you do?
Does it really matter the seating for the reunion, like who has the most power and all that?
It really don't. Everybody's be like, oh, this person is next to Andy, this other, and then like I see people be like, oh, Kandi is at the end. I've been at the end multiple times, and that's where I like it. Because typically, if you're right next to Andy, that means you're gonna get the most BS. But I'm not gonna lie to you though. I felt like this reunion, I was at the end, but I felt like I got all kind of BS thrown at me.
Close enough to walk out. You need.
I was like, but see, that's the thing about me. I don't really walk out too tough. Like I'm gonna stand on whatever I said. I'm gonna stand on it, and if you got something to say, bring it. Yeah. Let's go. You know what I mean? And I'm open to if you got to say something that I don't like, it is what it is. I'm gonna stand on mine.
Are you looking forward to next season, or are you kind of like, I'm fatigued?
Will there be next season? Dun, dun, dun.
Well, I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what they want to do for next season. I mean, I know everybody has their thoughts of who should be the cast, who should be this, who should be that. I mean, I have no clue. And every year, you know, you never know what they're gonna do. Look how they with New York, they revamped the whole cast.
They sure did.
So it's just kind of like you don't really know what the plans are. And with that being said, I am producing The Wiz on Broadway. I am, you know, developing. Yeah, the Shy. I'm not supposed. You know, the that just came on, but you know, I can't really talk about that because we're in a strike. Unfortunately, you know, I love them though. I love them. Y'all love them. Yeah, I did. Yeah, but and even with that being said, my husband and I are producing films as well, and hopefully the strike will be over soon, so we can talk about those projects.
Can you guys work on it now, or
certain things we can do all our preliminary stuff that we got coming, but certain things that we have coming we can't talk about, and that's kind of kind of sucks because you want to talk about but I mean it is what it is. I feel like our true supporters and the people who really got love for us is gonna keep looking out and stay tuned for things that we have coming, and you know, I'm just gonna hope and pray that everything goes right. But musically, I'm gonna drop another song. It's for you. I'm gonna drop that soon, and then
solo project or
it's a solo song. I mean, I'm still with my Girls Escape, but you know, we all have things that we do outside the group.
You know what's stuck in my head? Body.
Hey, yes. But and I have a girl group called Siren that I'm developing right now.
Nice.
I'm super excited about them. They're young girls and they can sing.
Okay.
They can
She never miss a beat or a bag.
Never. Well, since you're developing, you know, a girl group now, how is that experience coming from a girl group and now sort of having to facilitate those relationships?
Well, shout out to Nick Cannon. Me and Nick Cannon are doing this group together. We decided that we wanted to come together to do a project. And
that's the 3 girls, right?
It's 3 girls,
yeah.
There's Siren, PSIRYN. Siren Music on Instagram if you want to look them up. But anyway, Nick Cannon and I decided we wanted to come together on a project. So we decided this is what we doing. Nice. We really love the girls, but as you said, when you're working with a girl group, it's like we just getting started and we be having things. I have to be like, look now,
y'all don't even got no skin in the game.
Like we just getting started, and what is this? You know. Yeah. So I said we need to, follow this journey because people, they want to see the behind the scenes of how things come together. So I don't know, we might have to do
we don't have any real super duper popping, girl groups like we did back in the day when it was Escape and SWV and TLC and Destiny's Child.
That's exactly right. And that's all the reason why we felt it was important to get behind a girl group right now because, it's not that many. It's only 1 or 2 really. And one, I like, shout out to Flo. I like them. They're overseas.
Okay.
But they're starting to buzz here in the States. And I like them, but it's not a lot of girl groups that's doing their thing. I was like, ooh, maybe I should put together like a little tour of girl groups and let them do their thing.
So are we ever going to get Escape back on the TV screen, or is it really dead? It's a dead fish in the water.
Well, it's not a dead fish because Tamika Scott, Tiny, and I, we still been killing them shows.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been killing them shows.
Looking good.
Thank you.
What award show did you all recently do? Was it the Stellar Awards?
You talking about
Black Music Awards?
I forget.
No,
it just came on the same night as the fight the other weekend.
No, that wasn't us. So don't do that.
I'm sorry.
That wasn't us. But shout out to them. No, you're talking about back when we had did the Lady of the South Soul Train Awards and we had all gold on and we did all that. That was big. But unfortunately, all 4 members, we're not doing shows as all 4 members anymore. But we still holding it down and killing it with the 3. As far as doing any more film and TV, that may be possibly in our future. But that's always drama, child.
Yeah, very much so.
It be stressful. Stressful.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying it's crazy how we could get on stage and sing together like nothing even going, is even going on. Yeah, but then behind the scenes it'd be so much.
Hell.
And I think also too, like you and Tiny being in the middle of sisters who are not getting along probably a tough, situation. Maybe not for you, because like when you on the side, you on your side and you stay on that side.
Well, yeah,
but
it was tough. It was tough though this last time around.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
But what were you about to say? I didn't want to cut you up.
I forgot.
Yeah, he's like,
I got it. So you got the Broadway going, you got the TV show, the other show we can't talk because of the strike and everything. Plus you're doing your podcast. That's a lot.
Yes.
And being the wife and the mom. That's a lot.
We got the Candy Coated Live podcast that we do on AMP, and that is very spicy. Okay. I know some people be like, oh, why y'all say that? I'm like, if you feel that way, that's not for you. It's not the show for you to listen to.
Yeah.
It's only for the spicy people.
If you're boring and snoring,
it's not for you.
Don't press play.
Yes.
That's what I love about podcasts, though, because you can really find your niche audience. So it's really like, if you don't like it, you don't have to press play.
Yeah, it's really for the bedroom candy vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's fun. Speaking of, on Housewives last night, they showed my peach party. It was lit. Everybody gets you a new bedroom candy peach. So everybody want to hold the peach.
Okay, everybody want a peach.
It's the best peach to have. Let me just tell you that.
I love that.
And you also do speak on it.
I do speak on it every week. We drop a speak on it, especially during this season of the show. And it's really to let everybody say their true feelings about what happens during the show or whatever their parts of their lives, because we're going to do more speak on it's about people who are not necessarily on Real Housewives of Atlanta, because those do well too. So, but I love speak on it because people learn stuff that they didn't get to see.
Yeah.
In the
behind the scenes.
It's like, a true look into the person's life, and we don't, stop them from saying whatever they want to say. They get to say whatever they want to say, and we, make it for the people. Like, this thing that I've been doing lately, though, I've been trying to, I said, this is my year, because everybody been on me about, oh, she got 10 million followers. Everybody made it like trying to weaponize that against me, that I have good support or whatever. But I just said, you know what? I'm going to support the people that's been supporting me. So, like, I've been doing stuff like continue on for the rest of the year. I'm going to do stuff. Shout out to Susan Frazier here in Baltimore.
She's a designer, right?
No, she lives in Baltimore. I don't know if she's a designer or not, but she chimed in on my Amazon Live and said she had already had her tickets to the Wiz. So I wanted to shout her out and show her love, because I want to make sure that we bring her backstage to meet the cast and stuff like that. Yes. But I said every month I'm gonna be doing stuff for people who are following me, showing love to me. I gave some of my followers tickets to the Beyonce concert that's coming up in Atlanta. But just on all my platforms, because I do, you're right, I have a lot of different platforms, and on each one I'm just gonna randomly pick people to do stuff for. Now I've been showing love to other bloggers and followers who want to co-host with me on Speak On It. Okay. Now we're picking people who want to do it. Well, when you in the A, you want to come sit down and speak on it, let me know.
Okay. Oh yes,
we can do it.
If you guys are in DC, we got to talk about you coming to Diva Unfiltered. We have a podcast, so get unfiltered with you. It's on me and Dominique the Diva, who is she has her own show now here.
Okay.
But she was on Quicksilver show.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
I love that.
I just be trying to show genuine love to everybody, because it's not always, people always be like, oh, it be some people who have big followers to be like, well, I can't do that with them, because, I'm like, nah, like, everybody, let's rock. I'm gonna use my platform to, help you do your thing, and your support is meaningful to me. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful for that, and I'm gonna be continuing throughout the rest of the year doing random love to everybody.
I love that. Now, this is our last question for you, because I know we have to wrap up. And I gotta ask this because I really genuinely want to know what you think about this. You're always a person, especially when you do interview. I feel like Kandi always takes the high road. So when she like does a little jab, everybody's surprised.
But then people be mad at me when I say something that is like that they don't look at as being a nice. Then it's like, oh, you're so above that. Why are you doing that? But it's like, you want me to just sit there and let these people keep coming at me crazy all the time. As soon as I say something, it's like, Kandi's terrible. Yeah. It's like, okay, but go ahead.
You always give people their flowers. And so, you have always giving Nene her flowers as the OG. And
Lord, we talking about
I gotta ask you what you think about this, because when she did her interview, it was not the same tone. It was, Kandi's born. She was never the star. And I'm just like,
but then she put me in her lineup. I thought this was so crazy. So I didn't see the part 2 of that interview. I did see the part 1, but in the part 2, apparently people say that she went in on me saying that I'm boring. She said that she said I didn't deserve the money that I get. I don't know.
No, I didn't
see
it.
I thought it was not exciting. You're not to start the show as you want to be and everything.
Yeah. I was just like,
that's because I'm rich.
That's what you wanted me to say? Well, I mean, I'm just like, regardless of what she or anybody thinks about me, I'm just gonna say it. I'm winning.
Yeah. You are.
I'm winning. I've been doing this.
No, but that's our hashtag. We talk about that all the time.
Hashtag win.
Hashtag win.
I'm hashtag win. I go hard to go home for everything that I'm a part of, every project that I'm a part of. Whether if you say I'm boring or I'm not this, I'm not that. I've been continuing to win at things before she ever even thought about being on TV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My group was winning. I was in 12th grade with a #1 hit record that I'm
she bought a house that night.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I was the first woman to ever win Songwriter of the Year. ASCAP. You know what I'm saying? I was the first woman to ever win Masked Singer. For everybody who want to say I can't sing. You know what I mean? Real talk. You know what I mean? And I am the longest running housewife on any franchise.
I was waiting for you to say it.
14 seasons straight. So wherever you feel about me, what people need to understand when it comes to reality TV, one person cannot make a show. So a lot of people get mad because we have had so many special spin-offs and stuff like that. But it's because I'm by myself an ensemble cast. By myself. You see my family, whether it be my mama, who's a star, my husband, that stuff going on, my kids,
the aunties,
whether it be my aunts, whether it be the restaurant, everybody that's on, work for me in the restaurant, the Candy Coated Clique, Don Juan, Carmen, it's like they are stars around. Like I come with people who are ready to participate in my life and let it be seen by the world. So it doesn't matter if you don't just like me, it's everything that comes with me. And I'm okay with everybody in my team shining.
Yes.
Now some certain people want to shine by themselves.
Yeah.
And that is the problem when they think they're outshining everyone else, and then when you go outside of them, everyone else, and you see you ain't shining as bright. That be the problem, and that's all I got to say about that. I think people need to understand that when it comes to reality TV, even though one person on the show may be your fave or whatever, but that person can't do it by themselves.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a cast and ensemble.
Yeah. It's an ensemble situation.
The luxury to be born, for real.
Yeah. and all that stuff, like I don't care nothing about that OG stuff. Yeah. Like I do not care. I'm very clear. I did not come out on season 1. I came in on season 2. Right. But I show respect to all the OGs. That what they did in season 1 was amazing. But at the end of the day, I've outlasted any OG on any Housewives cast.
That Taurus energy. Go see the Wiz. It's his.
Go see the Wiz.
23rd,
okay. 24th. Through the 30th. Yes, make sure you get your tickets. Kelly, you want to get on the website again?
Yes, you can log on WizMusical.com. Tickets go on sale today at 11 a.m. So get them.
Yes, thank you so much, Kandi, Todd, Brian. We appreciate you. We can't wait to see you
back
in Baltimore and in DC, and hopefully we can do our little podcast. We got to
Let's do it,
girl. Yes, thank you.
Get your tickets.
Come on, he's on down the road.
He's on down the road.
So he was on vacation last week, and so we kept playing what's that song when the witch is dead? Take the picture over there. Yes.
No, I know what I've been holding the post. I love Don't Nobody Bring Me No Bad News.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait to post the video of.
I'm excited.
Okay, so I guess we can do a group one.
All right, y'all. I gotta
and then we can
go.
get
Love
some
you.
solos.
Get your tickets to the Wiz. It's coming to 13 cities before it goes on Broadway. So check WizMusical.com. Get your tickets, y'all. Please support. Love.
I did, and